Well, we're trying this again. Catch nothing, I don't feel bad. Shout out Muskrat Adventures. He went 6 hours the other day and didn't catch nothing, so now I don't feel bad. I was feeling bad for only catching 2 on camera Monday as well. Drifting across this big bay again. Drifting about 0.3 and 19 foot of water. Water temps 69.5 degrees. So see what we get going here. Like I said, if I don't get nothing, I ain't gonna feel bad. There we go. Palmetto catch. What's up, buddy? Georgia Fisherman. Hey, man. Thanks for stopping by. That dang gun boat went around. Knocked my rod over. I need another rod holder. I need a rod rack is what I need. But it's hard to do with a tiller steer boat. Put a rod rack in here. Because when I transport, I raise my motor up. And as tiller steer gets in the way of everything. But I'd like to have like a rod rack made. It's like just put them across the back because we dragging baits. There's the wife. Hey, Ohioan. Cool, Palmetto. Yeah, I tried to go live there a few minutes ago. It didn't work. And this guy's just got to bust across the back end of my boat. Ditch picklers. God, they make me so mad. Catfishing Dreams. 351 Cleveland. What's up, Willow? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate y'all. But we're drifting, coming across this big bay here. The wind's been up and down. We got a good drift going now, drifting at 0.3, 18 foot of water. Busted a good one up in here Monday. I had a double on. Art from 1 Ton seen it. I think 351 seen it. Mike Murillo watched the replay, I think, and seen it. That one was a good one. My thumb's still messed up. That dude like to broke my daggone thumb, that bigger fish. It was a good fish. I didn't weigh it. I'm assuming 28 to 30, low 30s. I don't know. But, you know, like I said at the beginning when I started this stream again, if I don't catch nothing, I ain't gonna feel bad because Muskrat went 6.5 hours the other day and didn't catch nothing. And I was feeling bad for only catching 2 on camera. When I shut the camera off, y'all, my buddy was pulling in with his group, his guide trip, because I called him, told him. Valerie Irwin, how are you? Glass Cow, my brother. And if you guys realize, you guys notice, I've made some of you guys moderators so you can help me out. Because I'm technologically challenged. But I figured out what was going on. I have the daggone Wi-Fi on, and as soon as I turned the Wi-Fi off, this stuff started working. I've had all kind of trouble trying to go live. But I finally found an area that I can go live, and it works, so. Thank you all. I appreciate every single individual one of you for coming in and watching and participating. We got a dink bite going on here, maybe. I don't know. Yep, got one. Maybe. I think I pulled too quick on him. Not, he's coming toward the boat. It was a dink. I know it was. It was a dink bite. Damn it. It was a dink bite, and we got away from freaking dink bite. He couldn't even get that little piece. He couldn't even get this little piece of roe shad in his mouth. I kind of changed up. I'm running roe shad right now, but I'm limited on bait. Very limited. Rock, smack yourself right in the neck with roe shad. Yuck. That's stinky. We're using Jimmy Smith Fishing and Gear drifting weights. Palmetto knows Jimmy, he fished with him. But yeah, check the chat out. Yeah, it was a dink bite. He couldn't even get that little bit of, just a small piece of roe shad. And I'm limited on it because my buddy, my real good friend who's a guide here, his parents are in from Ohio. That's where we're both from. And he wasn't available today. He was doing family activities. And that's where all my roe shad is. I usually don't fish with it, but the chicken bite's been off for 4 or 5 days. So I went to roe shad, and it's all in his freezer at his house, but he was unavailable doing family activities, which is understandable. So I'm limited on bait, but I got plenty of chicken. Daggone guy that runs a bait store, I think he's running banker's hours or something, I don't know. He wasn't open. He's open here and there. I was going to get some herring from him when I come out, but he was missing in action. But we're drifting across this big bay. The wind's iffy. I'm running 0.1 now. It's varying between 0.1 and 0.3. And yeah, I had that one bite you just seen, and I had one before I turned the camera back on. Dink bite, I don't know. Coming across 16.5 foot of water right now. First to November 1st, and they shut this down. There's poles out here. You can't come past these poles. You can't come back in none of this area, and there's several miles of this back in here. But it's federally protected land. I'll catch up with the chat. George Fishman, his wife had a stroke the other day, complications yesterday. Oh, wow. Valerie, I'm from southern Ohio, down in the hills, hence the name Hilljack Catfishing. I'm from a little old place in southern Ohio called Oak Hill, Hill. But I lived and had a contracting company in Columbus, Ohio for several years. For about, I don't know, 15 to 18 years, I can't remember now. But yeah, that's where I'm from. My daughter lives in Columbus. I'm going up there May 13th to May 20th. Go up there and spend a week with the family. And but yeah. I'm on Lake Marion, Santee Cooper, Catfishing Dreams. Lake Marion, South Carolina, Santee Cooper chain of lakes. I'm on the upper lake, Palmetto, Kevin. But that's where we're fishing at. We're fishing on Lake Marion, South Carolina. 311 miles of shoreline on this lake. It's a big impoundment of water. It's really big. It's blowing. They said 5s today, which is perfectly fine with me. I love it like this. Oh, you're in Hilliard. Okay. All right, Hilliard, Ohio. Yeah. My wife's sister works as, I think, a manager at Walmart in Hilliard, right there, off of 70. But I'm gonna come up there. The only thing that sucks, I can't bring fishing rods on the flight. And I wouldn't trust them, they'd lose my stuff. Oh God, here comes more ditch picklers in here. These nets, man, I wish they'd outlaw these guys. That's the reason I won't hardly fish the weekend unless I have no other choice. It's just from March to June weekends, you might as well chalk it up. Because there's too many ditch picklers on the lake. They have tournaments every freaking weekend. And that's what these guys are probably doing, pre-fishing for a tournament this weekend. And I live real close to a, let me read this. Hey, couple cross. Mike Murillo, what's up, buddy? I left Ohio. I got out of there. It got too cold for me up there. And you're limited on fishing. I can come down here, I can fish year round if I want to. Weather cooperating as far as the wind goes. But yesterday marked our 3-year anniversary moving here. We moved here 3 years ago yesterday. That winter, spent $4,500 in firewood that year. There was 2 months it didn't get above zero. And I looked at the wife, I said, I'm ready to go south. You with me? She said, I'll go wherever you go. I hit the lottery with my wife. My wife Joyce had us, Mrs. Hilljack Catfishing. And yeah, she said, let's go. We packed them up and we come down here. My daughter and my granddaughter, and that's about it. Still got a good little drift coming across here, back down to point 1 again. Hopefully we bust something. Read the chat again. Catfishing dream, facts, Ohio. I was born and raised a champion on Northeastern hunting. I turned 18 and went into the military. I only went back on some leaves. Been 12 years now since I've been back. What service was you in? I went in the military too, Ohio. I went in the Army, as you can see. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn that around. Let me flip the camera. Hopefully I don't screw something up. You see that there, Matt? I had do not disturb on Army infantry. Awesome. You're all right. Hey, dyslexic angler. Yes, man, we are reel them in and turn around and go back out and come. The front we had last week, end of last week, man. I was hoping it was going to be moving back in here. You guys are really going to... Don't park right in front of me. You see I'm drifting through here. Anyhow. I heard that, Cope's Cross. I was in the 3rd Ranger Battalion, Bravo Company 3rd Ranger Battalion, Matt. I got the scroll. I got the scroll right there. I don't know if you can see it. I got the scroll. But yeah. Yep, some of my better days was in there. Hopefully bust something coming across here. A little bit of bait in here. Well, I caught them fish the other day on the live stream. The bird stacked in here and the bait stacked in here. And like I said on that live stream, Birds don't lie, y'all. When them birds come in, that means the bait's here. Bait's here, fish is here. This wind's kind of swirling in here. I was going this way, now it's turned, blowing me back in, which is a good thing. That's what I wanted. It's turned 2 or 3 different times. There's a little bit of bait in here, not stacked up like it normally is. Check the comments out. Headed south too. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Cuyahoga. Not rushing him to grow, but when he's grown. She likes the city, she don't like the country as much. Yeah, I spent several years in Columbus, Ohio, and the surrounding area. Then I went on the road after my construction business kind of went with the 2008 collapse. Went on the road driving and did that for a few years. And me and Mrs. Hilljack Catfishing got sick of it. We moved back to Oak Hill, Ohio, built a log home there. And then 2018 we said, that's enough, we're out of here. We've had enough of this cold weather, icy roads. Don't get that down here. Don't get that down here. Water temperature's warming up. When I pulled in here, it was 67 degrees. It's 70 degrees now. Water temp's 70 degrees now. So, water temp's warming up, and they're going. These blues are going to start staging in here. They're going to start. They were already started, but that cold front busted them up. But they're going to start back in, moving back in here, and then they're going to be in here for a minute. Pre-spawn to spawn. I don't know why this guy just keeps driving around my boat. He's getting on my nerves. Keeps driving around my boat, guys. He come across, then went out, and then come back across my bow. Now here he comes across my. Here he comes across the back of the boat. I don't understand. Joyriding, but you can go joyride somewhere else, pal. He's trying to find his way around with a map. I'm gonna get back to chat and see what's going on. Yeah, I fished down the High River some. Couples Cross, yeah. Hilljack, tell me about Ohio weather. Is it fickle? Well, one day be in the 70s and next, yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, the summers it gets pretty warm up there. And then you'll have years. You'll have warm winters, and then you'll have, you know, foot of snow on the ground. And I just got tired of shoveling snow and driving in ice and paying a $4,500 firewood bill. I was good on that, y'all. But yeah, I caught. In fact, talking about, I fished Galpless Pool more. Couple crosses. Where the old Galpless Ferry was, that's Galpless Ferry ramp was here, and right directly across the river is Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and right there at Point Pleasant is where the Kanawha River and the Ohio River meet. And I caught my biggest flatty in that water, right there where the Ohio and the Kanawha meet. It was 74 pounds, and it was a river fish. So you imagine the fight. That same night, I caught 2 34s and a 20 flatty, and they was all on rock bass or warmouth bluegills. The big one was on a piece of rock bass. It was a live rock bass. I don't know, about the size of maybe of a dollar bill, maybe a little smaller. The Ohio River's got some monsters in it, but so does this body of water, y'all. I ain't lying. This body of water, and then Moultrie, where Kevin and Jimmy Smith fishes. Monsters live in this water. There's some big ones in here. There's some big ones in here. I'm gonna catch up with the chat. Yeah, that's how it is up there sometimes, especially in the spring. I remember, what was it, 1980, was it 86 or 87 when I was in high school? I remember we got 17 inches of snow on April Fool's Day. I remember that like it was yesterday. I remember the 78 blizzard. We had a 4-wheel drive and still couldn't, we lived up on a hill and we couldn't get out. And we had to walk to the store in 78. I remember walking with my mother to the grocery store to get some groceries, you know, a few odds and ends we needed, because we couldn't get out of the driveway. You know, Ohio's fickle like that. One day it's 70, the next day it's 30. The next day it's 20. It'll jump back in the 60s. That's how spring is up there. That's how you get pneumonia. And I got pneumonia up there a couple times. Well, hopefully we can produce something on this drag. There's some bait. A lot of bait fish right here. I don't know what's up with the osprey today. I haven't seen any. There was 2 of them in a nest right here the other day. Man, them birds are beautiful, fun to watch when they're fishing. If you ever get down here to Santee Cooper, watch the osprey. It's a sight to see. Get back with the chat. What's the bait today? No, I don't use white perch. I've got roe shad on. And I got a cooler full of chicken. And we're limited on roe shad. Roe shad is a ocean shad. We catch them down in St. Stephen, South Carolina. At Arrowhead. That's where the river runs into the ocean down there. And there's only maybe about a week left of that. I need to get down there. I probably ought to go down there this weekend and catch some more bait. Stock up, because you're at a window. End of February, March to early April, and then they shut off and they're gone. Them and the herring. Herring and the roe shad. But both of them roe shad. If you look at go to my Facebook page, Hilljack Catfishing, you'll see we caught 3 coolers full, me and two other guys, in about an hour down there, and they're big. But we fillet them up and then we cut the fillets into chunks. But that's what's for bait today, is roe shad, not gizzard shad. The perch, it's a white perch. There's some in Allen Creek. There's some white perch in Allen Creek, but not the numbers. And I mean, some people say the big ones are good to eat. if it ain't catfish, it's bait to me. But majority time, like when they start stacking back in here, I go back directly to chicken because chicken tears them up in here. But the chicken bite's been off for about a week because of that cold front. They're back to natural bait. Shad, herring, white perch. And summertime comes, I'll bank fish with a big old 12-inch bobber and a big old hand-sized bluegill for flatties. And the deep creek channel where it's 25, 30 foot in there. But I don't come out here on this lake at night. You can get in very, very, very bad trouble because there's deadheads floating everywhere. When we get when it rains, all that stuff from the Santee River north, coming out of Columbia and up around Watery and all that, flows down here, and all that crap and all that trash out of the swamp floods down in here. And you can know the channel all you want, but when all that trash starts coming down through here, well, it's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. This lake is dangerous, especially if somebody don't know what they're doing, like that guy out running around here with a map in his hand trying to find. You need electronics, and oh, there's a big old pile of bait. Come on, fish. Hooks and hammocks, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I haven't caught no yellow perch. Those yellow or tiger perch up on Lake Erie. I did a lot of fishing on Lake Erie over the years. And them are fun to catch. We went out on a head boat up on Lake Erie. Hold on a sec, guys, I gotta turn this wheel joint. I'll continue the story in a second. It's a 50-year-old boat. Get off my back. Well, anyways, I went on a head boat up to Lake Erie, perch fishing. I had the Captain Matter and a Hornet. I tied a sabiki rig going up there, and I was pulling in six yellow perch at a time. He come back there and got bent out of shape with me. And I played stupid. I was like, "Oh, you mean you can't use these things?" No, 3 hooks. I'm like, "Oh, okay, sorry. Cut that thing off." But sabiki rig's what we use to catch the roe shad and the herring down here. And white perch. But yeah, catching them yellow perch is fun up on Lake Erie. One thing I do mess about up there is being able to go to Lake Erie 3 or 4 times a year and go up there walleye fishing and smallmouth fishing. We go to Pelee Island and buy them big boxes of crawdads. Fish him, hook him crawdads and throw them out on them rocks. And bust striper or bust them smallies, man. Crazy. Man, it was fun. Catch back up, chat. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yellow perch, nothing like size of Lake Erie. But one day I was crappie fishing, caught 1 crappie and a limited perch. Yeah, perch fishing's fun. I always went out of Port Clinton when I was up there. I'd go out of Port Clinton. I can't remember the name of them head boats. I'd go out on them head boats. I'd do the double trip. I'd do the morning trip and then come back in, and then an hour later go back out and do the evening trip. One thing I remember is coming back in on them evening trips, and in the summertime, and the mayflies be so bad it looked like snow. We get the mayflies down here, but on that other bank, for some reason, the mayflies don't congregate on this side of the lake. I'm on the north side of the lake. That over there is the south side of the lake. If you can see the horizon, that's the south side of the lake. And the mayflies congregate over there, man. But they're not on this side of the lake for some reason. I don't understand it. But Lake Erie, the mayflies get bad. It looks like a snowstorm coming in at night when they got the big lights on. But I appreciate everyone that's come in to chat. I appreciate everybody, man. You don't know. All right, couples crosses. You have a great one. Gary. Eisenhower's. I had never heard them called that. You ever catch them big yellow perch up on Lake Erie and they be milking out? My first wife that passed away, her uncle went with us, and he had one of them old, them old windbreaker jackets that button up, and it was brown. Had Cleveland Browns on it. And I caught one of them big old 12-inch yellow perches that was milking out, and I turned it to him. It all over the front, all over the front of him. He was madder than a hornet. We come up out of that deep trough right there. We're back up in 5 foot of water. Been a pretty good drift. Drifting at 0.3 now. 5 foot of water. Hopefully we get something here. If not, we'll make another drag or a drift. Matt knows what I'm talking about. Them things will milk out. It's crazy. Watch them. Yeah, we always went out at Port Clinton. I got out there and almost never got back one time. We was walleye fishing. Me and my dad and several of his buddies was on a 28-foot boat. And we was out fishing around Rattlesnake Island. We seen a storm coming from Monroe, Michigan. So we just ducked back in behind Rattlesnake and let it blow over. We pulled back out, and here come another one across from Monroe, and then another one coming back towards us from Port Clinton, Sandusky area. Son, 6.5, 7 footers. I was scared to death. I didn't think I was going to make it back to land. Lake Erie can get rough too. It'll put a hurting on you quick. So will this lake. So will this lake. This lake will flat come up and bite you in the butt in no time. And same with Moultrie down there where Kevin and Jimmy Smith fish. Both these lakes are notorious for bad storms blowing up just out of nowhere. Coming across a lot of bait markings fish here. Got some arches. Nothing big, but just because you mark them don't mean they're gonna bite. And that's a misconception too. People think, oh, I'm gonna go mark me some catfish. Sometimes you ain't gonna mark catfish. Especially when they hunker down in the mud, they ain't gonna show on your chart. They ain't gonna show on your graph, on your electronics. They ain't gonna show. I use it for, marking bait, and then marking my drift, you know, how fast I'm drifting, and brush piles. Because it's, you know, sometimes it's just, you just read structure. You just got to read the structure and know where you're fishing. And that takes practice. That takes time on the water. So these fish are, you know, just like money. Here today, going tomorrow. Is that an idiot on a jet ski, or is that a guy on a little boat? In fact, it might be a jet ski, I don't know. I hope he don't come back in here ramrodding. Catch up with the chat. Exactly, Matt. Exactly. Fat guy on a little boat. It's hard to fish the creek in the summertime because everybody's out there tubing and jet skiing. But I'm gonna tell you what, Bo, I ain't tubing, I ain't jet skiing, I ain't swimming in this water. Especially in the summertime. The gators is out. If I was down Blacks, bottom, I guarantee the gators are back out down there. And all this land you see around me, I'll turn the camera, all this land you see around me is all federally protected land. It's all federally protected. Fins, what's up, buddy? Yeah, gators, Matt. Gators. There's some big ones right there in the creek by my house. There's a 12-footer lurking. And hopefully we get to go gator hunting this year. I'm maxed out on preference points. I've been putting in for 5 years. Well, this will be the 5th year. And I'm maxed out on preference points. So hopefully this year I draw a tag. If I don't draw a tag this year, I ain't gonna put back in for the lottery. I just screw it. You know, if you're maxed out on preference points, you buy ZO, better draw a tag. It's a lottery. It's a lottery, and every year you don't draw, you get a preference point. I'm maxed out on preference points right now, so. Showing quite a bit of bait in here. If I kill one, if I draw this year, I'll get some gator meat. If I kill one, I'll get some gator meat this year. My buddy takes people out, guides them on gator hunts, and he says when you go to clean them, you got to wash them down in Clorox bleach before you can go cutting on them. You got to clean them completely up. They got so much bacteria and nastiness on them. You got to wash them down in bleach before you even start cleaning them. And the thing is, here in South Carolina, it's different than you see on History Channel on gator people. Here, you got to spot the fish, or spot the gator, and you use a big, huge treble hook, about like this. It's got weight in the middle of it. You got to cast on it with a big rod, like a big catfish rod. Cast on him, snag him, fight him to the boat, noose him, put a noose around him, then shoot him. That's the law here in South Carolina. Can't hang limb lines or nothing like that for them down here. Can't hang limb lines. You got to cast on them, snag them, fight them, noose them, and then shoot them. There's plenty of them down here, believe me. All right, Matt. Catch you later. I ain't gonna try to find out catfishing dreams. Yeah, they want to snuggle. They can snuggle with somebody else. They ain't snuggling with me. I had some ding-dong guy. This has been, I don't know, 6-7 years back. He had the bright idea he was going to go snorkeling over in the cattails with them. Guess what? He lost an arm. And they killed the gator because he was over in their habitat screwing around with them. Lost his arm. He's over snorkeling in the freaking cattails. Dumb. They're more scared of us than we are of them. But you go messing in their house, it's just like you come messing in my house, you're gonna get bit. But you know, you don't go messing with them gators. Here you guys go. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna flip the camera around and find the flip. See that there? That's an osprey nest up in the top of a cypress tree. Look how big that thing is. This picture probably don't give it justice, but it's humongous. Fins, it's a 40 horse, 4-stroke Honda. But that is, y'all, that is an osprey nest. Thank you, I appreciate you. Alright, I wanted to show you that osprey nest. They're pretty awesome. We're drifted up into 4 foot of water now. Got, you know, a couple hundred yards to go. Then we'll reel them in and go out and make another swoop at it. But there's bait in here. There's lots of bait in here. I forgot my freaking tackle box in the truck. I would have, if I'd have had it, I'd have tied on a sabiki, and it's probably, you know, white perch, a lot of that. I'd have tied on a sabiki and tried to catch some. But, you know, hilljack fashion. There that guy goes on that jet ski again. What an idiot. Water temperature's back up to almost 71 degrees now. Supposed to get warm here today, 85 degrees, which is my kind of weather. There's still quite a bit of bait in here. Hopefully we hook into one. That bite I had back earlier was in like 16 foot of water, but it was a dink. It couldn't get that piece of freaking bait in its mouth. It grabbed it and jerked it, took the rod down, but it didn't do nothing. It couldn't get the bait in its mouth. And while we're on here talking about fishing, y'all, I ain't one of them guys that will turn my nose up at a channel cat. If it's got whiskers, it counts to me. That's just me. That's just me just saying. A lot of these guys, channel cat don't count. But if it's got whiskers, it counts to me. Ospreys are protected in Ohio. They're getting a bald eagle population up there now. Yep, fishing is fishing. I agree 100%. I ain't gonna snub my nose at no channel cat. I catch a channel cat, it counts. It counts here on hilljack catfishing. I ain't gonna be prejudiced. It's got whiskers, it counts. And if I hook into a striper, hey, it's a fish. I'm fishing. I'm catfishing, targeting catfish, but I'll take what I can get. You know, beggars can't be choosers, y'all. And I don't keep fish unless I have a fish order. And then I don't keep nothing 20 pounds or over. I'm out fishing like now. Everything I catch goes. Catching these big catfish and then taking them out, cleaning them. I'm like, God, man, it's genetics. Leave those big fish genetics in the water. I harp on that. You got to take measurements and get a replica made if you want a mount. All you got to do is measure length, girth, take several pictures, different angles, head size, and turn the fish back. I mean, you want to keep that big fish genetic pool in this water for generations to come. And I'm big on that. I don't like keeping big fish and get mad at people that do. That wind's kind of kicked and blowing us back the other way now, which is okay. We got a 0.4 drag going on right now, or drift. I don't want to confuse people. Let me see. Absolutely. Barbles. I stand corrected, Mike Murillo. Barbles, exactly. Yeah, you know, I wish those catfish tournaments would go to CPR, catch, photo, release. Because that puts shock on the fish, man. You put them in a bait tank, and a lot of them guys are using daggum. There goes osprey back in that nest that I just showed you. Using, you know, those metal toolboxes you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot for their bait tanks. That when you take a fish out of its environment, put it in a live well, that shocks the fish, and then you get them back to the weigh-in area, and then they got to be handling them, holding them up for pictures. That's shocking that fish's system, man. Uh-oh, hold on, guys, I gotta turn. I'm going toward the stump. That shocks that fish's system. To catch up with the chat. There you go, Mike Murillo. You did. What's up, polar bear? No, we've had one bite on camera. I had one bite before that, but they wasn't big enough. They were dinky dinks. I hope I drag past this stump. I might have to turn it back on. Move it a minute. If not, we're going to get in a mess, and we still might get in a mess. You see that stump right there? Dragging across part of that stump. Here comes some arches. That's a good thing. Mike Murillo, you did. You made me laugh. Oh, shoot. But like I said at the beginning of this stream, I ain't going to feel bad if I don't catch nothing. Those muskrat, he went 6.5 hours live the other day and didn't catch a fish. And I felt bad only catching 2 here on the live stream. As soon as I shut the live stream off, I caught 4 more fish. They wasn't nothing, you know, teeners. They wasn't nothing big, but I said, ain't that about the luck? You shut the live stream, fish all this time, and then shut the live stream off, and then you catch 4 fish right after you shut it off. Aggravating, but you know, it's fishing. Catch back up with chat. I got to turn my glasses up so I can see. I'm blind. Get off me. I'm an old geezer. Hopefully we pop one on this drag. I'd like to get one on camera. That's what it's about out here, trying to fish, catch fish, get them on camera, please the viewers, show them. But I like chatting with you guys, you know. You guys are my boat companions. I'm drifting about 0.4. We moved back up into 6 foot of water now. Come up out of that 16, leveled off, and now we're dropping back down a little bit. Yeah, I got a couple hundred more yards to go till we gotta spin her around and move. Hopefully nothing gets hung on this brush pile I'm coming across the top of right now. If it gets hung on something, I hope it's a fish's mouth. Old lake loon out there by that stump. Beautiful day, couldn't ask for a better day. Clear skies, light breeze, 80 some degrees. But I ain't, like I said, I figured that's where he was gonna go. Get right back up on that stump. That's a lake loon. But I don't care. I ain't gonna be prejudiced towards channel catfish. They count on this boat. Some people don't like it, but like them. Hey, would you rather caught that channel catfish or caught nothing? I'd like to get the skunk out of the boat. I really would. And they count in my book. Come on, fish. .4. Water temp's up 71 now. If you ain't having no luck anchoring on trying to catch fish, I suggest you do what we're doing right now, is drifting. You'll eventually find them. You'll eventually find them. Catch back up with chat. I agree, Mike. Channels fight like the dickens. So them little bullheads. Summertime, them little bullheads are excellent. The small ones, about maybe 6 inches long, real slender bodies, they're excellent. Excellent. Flathead bait, man. Those little ones, they are excellent. Those little yellow bellies are bullheads. Yep, exactly. Catfish dreams. Yeah, exactly. You'll think you got a monster on. they fight. They definitely will give you a fight. There's all kind of bait in here. I don't understand. Two weeks, this will be a catch fest in here. 2 weeks, I'll be anchoring on these trees right over here. And then them trees right over there. And then the trees back there. They come up in there and they start pre-spawn. They'd have been in here like this now if we wouldn't have had that cold front last week. I know it. I know it as sure as I know my own name. Because this water temperature was up to 74, 75 degrees about a week ago. 3 or 4 nights in the 30s changed that real quick. But it's coming back up quickly. I'd say by tomorrow. I would say by tomorrow, this water will be 74 degrees because it's only supposed to get down to like 60 some tonight. So the water temperature is going to come back up, and then the pre-spawn will restart again. That's bouncing or that's a dink. We'll see. We're using my buddy Jimmy Smith with Catfishing Gear. We're using his drifting sinker, Santee drifters. Knock on wood, I ain't hung one up yet, and they're slender and they're like kind of like some people call them slinkies. I make them too. When Jimmy's out, I got a few put back made already for. Excuse me. Back in this 3 foot of water, we might get on them. I don't know. We're still right at 5 foot. There's 2 ospreys in that nest down there now that we went by that I showed you. Red-tailed hawk. Beautiful to be down here in God's creation, man. Really nice, this thing. Cobweb. Catch back up with the chat. All right, glass cow. Yeah. Peg float. Yeah, that'd work. But these are, I'm using a Santee drifter sinker and on a Santee rig is what I'm using right now. And it is hard to watch them all. But I do my best to support everybody that goes live and all that good stuff. I do my best to try to support. Oh, but now that I'm thinking about it, we're at 88 subscribers right now. when I hit the 100 subscriber mark, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a PC Fun Viper X 4000. And the only thing is, you got to be subscribed to my channel and like it. I've got mods, and mods will make sure that whoever wins the reel when I hit 100 subscribers, it's a milestone to me, so I can get my own channel name at the end of the YouTube thing, the link. You know, I know it ain't much. You know, some of you guys on here have several hundred, some of you have thousands, but it's a milestone to me. 100 subs. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna try to keep going and going and going until we can get that 1,000 subscriber and 4,000 hours watch time. But honestly, I believe doing live videos will get you to your 4,000 hours of watch time better than just creating videos and pumping them out. Oh wow, the screen is full, babe. Keep putting this drift on. Get back in this water. We're at 4 foot of water now. Art, what's up, buddy? What's happening, Art? Mike Costello, what's going on, brother? I appreciate everybody that's come in and interacted. I really appreciate you guys. You guys will never realize and know how much I appreciate it. I can say it all I want, but you guys will never understand it. But beautiful day, man. Can't. Whether I catch nothing or not, I'm out here, Jordan, enjoying God's creation. And if I don't, you know, at least I've been able to enjoy what the man's made. Keep checking to make sure I'm clear on this drift. I ain't gonna run up on something. But cobweb in my eye. Yeah, Dance Creations made something awesome for hooks and hammocks. That was pretty sweet, man. That was really sweet. I don't know if you see my comment on your Facebook page, Hooks. You opened the door, brother. I wasn't trying to be mean or being a jackwagon, but you opened the door when you put them bananas in the hammock. I seen that, I just started laughing. I said, he opened the door. I'm walking through it. I don't know if Tilly did it or you did it, but I'm fishing the upper lake. I'm fishing Lake Marion, South Carolina. I'm in the upper lake. Jimmy Smith and Kevin, Palmetto Cats, they fish the lower lake. They fish Moultrie. I'm fishing in Lake Marion. It's the upper lake, which feeds that lake and the Cooper River and all that stuff. Coming up in 3.5 foot of water here. Oh, okay, Hooks. What part are you coming to, Mike? Where are you coming to? Coming anywhere around, we might have to hook up and go have dinner or something, man. Depending on where you're going to be. For me to drive to the lower lake, take me 45 minutes because you got to go all the way around this lake and all the way down that shoreline over there, all the way down to get to Moultrie. But if I go by boat, I can be there in about this boat, it'd take me about 45 minutes to an hour to get down there. A bigger boat, a pontoon, bigger boat with 100-some horse motor on it, I get down there in about 30 minutes by water. Run all the way down to the lock, go through the lock, go through the diversion canal into Lake Moultrie, upper end of Lake Moultrie, down at Cross, South Carolina. The lock wouldn't take long. I missed Mike's question. Let me see. Let me go back. I'm looking. Oh, what can I do with my channel name, Mike? Once you get 100 subscribers, you don't have that big drawn out, all them letters and symbols and all that crap on your YouTube channel. Once you get 100 subscribers, it's something http www.youtube.com/your channel name. It's http, the semicolon or colon or whatever it's called, 2 // www.youtube.com/your channel name. It ain't that big long drawn out link with all the letters and numbers and symbols and all that crap. You actually get your channel name in your YouTube link, which is going to be a milestone for me if I ever get there. I'm hanging out at 88 subscribers. My channel will be 2 months old April 10th. February 10th is when I started my channel. Got about another 50 yards and we're going to have to reel them up and make another move. What's up, Bullet? How you doing? I missed your show. I was eating last night when you guys went live. When Mama brings me victuals, I'm going to eat. When Mama Hilljack brings me some victuals, I'm going to eat. I was thinking about starting a show, but man, they got it so jam-packed. Everybody's got a show now. And all the time slots are kind of mishmashed together. Don't want to step on toes or none of that, so I'll just continue trying to do these live streams when I can get Streamlabs to cooperate. Took Snake River Catfish Lair. What's up? Hooks and Hammock says it took him 5 months to hit 100. Clarendon area. Okay, that's right where I live, bro. Francis Marion Dingle Pond Road. That's where my buddy lives. I know exactly where that's at. Yeah, I know exactly where Dingle Pond is. Yeah, you're not too far from me. That area is called North Santee. I live in Clarendon County. I live off of the 108 exit in Somerton. That's actually where I live, in Somerton. So hold on one minute, guys. We're going to have to reel up and make a move. I'm almost into these cypress trees. Got a tangled up mess on this one. I can't fool with it now. I have to fool with it in a second. Let's go for a real ride, shall we? Back off me, it's a 50-year-old boat. It's got a leak. That's the reason my bill's pumping too much water out at the moment. When I turn, you're going to see these cypress trees over. Run over this way, make another drag maybe, I don't know. Let me hold the camera. Sorry if it's going to be a little windy for a second, guys, while we run over here. About that little windy, bumpy ride we had there. I'm gonna get across here, get position. I'm gonna read the chat. See them trees right here, Mike Costello? Through there about a mile and a half is Dingle Pond. Let's read the comments. Awesome, Mike. Alrighty, let's get some rods back out. cobwebs on. Where's them cobwebs coming from? Now I gotta untangle this. So bear with me for a minute. Got a tangled up mess here going on. Bait's still alright. Chunk it back out there because we're limited on roe shad. Heading in a good direction. Let's see, 12 foot of water. And this water over here is 69 degrees. Catch up with the chat. Oh crap. You got your boat blocked in. I tell that youngin' to get out there and start pushing. Get that thing out the way. You got fishing to be done. Let's see what this yin yang's gonna do, if he's gonna come running right up beside me or if he's gonna turn, have any respect. I think everybody, if you own a boat, you gotta take a freaking boat etiquette class. I think that ought to be something a requirement for owning a boat. Boat etiquette. Boating etiquette 101. That's that guy that was running around with a map in his hand a little earlier. And then go around and make it wide. But no. Go out around the corner, you'll see the island, the actual goat island, you'll see it, and you turn left and go back in Tall Call Creek there. Okay. Yeah, you're in no, you're in the cow pasture. Okay. Yeah, you're in the cow pasture.
That's where he said we wanted to go, but there was 12 foot drop off there. Creek bed.
Yeah. The creek bed runs kind of across the middle of this right here. It drops down into 17 foot of water, and then it'll come up on 10, and then 6 on that side. Excuse me? You got to stay off the shoreline about 100 yards, or you'll be up in 2-3 foot of water up there.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Create YouTube videos. They can hear it. They didn't. There you go. Good luck. They're lost. They lost, y'all. All right, Mike. Take it easy, buddy. Hey, go to my Facebook channel, Mike. Hilljack Catfishing. Send me a message with your contact info so we can link up when you come down, man. Maybe go get a bite to eat, or hell, maybe even go fishing. It depends on when you're going to be down here. I'm leaving in May 13th and going to Ohio for a week. But yeah, definitely go to Hilljack Catfishing on Facebook or Instagram and shoot me a message with your info so we can link up, man. While you're down here, yeah, you're just going to be right around the corner from me. Where you're talking about Dingle Pond, it's an 11-mile drive, but it's a 4-mile boat ride from my house. Ain't that something? Yeah, catfishing dreams. You got to know where you at. You can't do it by a freaking map because everything changes. It's constantly changing. Water levels. Definitely talk to somebody that knows the lake before you go out on a foreign body of water, or do some research or something, because there's all kind of videos on it, stuff out there. But the area I'm in is called the cow pasture. It's huge. And you come out of the cow pasture, you hit the main channel, you hit the channel on this side. It's 25-30 foot deep. You run down to where you see what's left of Goat Island. Goat Island used to be huge, but the government or the state hasn't put no riprap around it, and it's slowly eroding away. It's a quarter of the size it used to be. It used to be 3 times the size of what it is now, and it's, you know, in another 10 years, Goat Island will be no more. It'll just be a mark on the map. It'll be 20 foot on each side, come up to, what, you know, 2, 3, 4 foot. It'll just be a depression. There ain't gonna be nothing there. But this area is called the cow pasture, and it's a big area. There's a lot. You can get lost back in here if you don't know what you're doing. And he's looking for Goat Island. He's a long way away. He's a long way away from Goat Island. He's about 1.5 miles away from Goat Island. But that's where I started coming when I come. Well, I take that back. When I first started coming down here, I went to Randolph's Landing. That's on the south end of the lake. And then my buddy moved down here in 2006. I started coming to Goat Island. And I know this area very, very well. Sorry about that. Get off me. It's a freaking 50-year-old boat. I'm going to say that every time I turn my bilge pump on. That guy was in a new Starcraft. This is a 1971 Starcraft 16-foot Mariner. This thing used to have a steering wheel in it. I wish it still did. Yeah, anybody got any ideas on rod racks? I'd love to hear them. Because this motor tilts up. This motor tilts up, and this gets in the way for a rod rack. If you got a rod rack on here, I'd like to have something come up high enough so I can put rods in here, so I don't have to. I can get away from these Scotties. I got Scotty rod holders on here. Well, I ain't using that one. I got to put it in this one. There we go. Scotty rod holders, but I'd like to have a rod rack because I've got 3 more rods on the boat, but it's just if you ain't got a rod rack, stuff gets tangled up and it becomes a pain in the butt. Coming across 8 foot of water, running a 0.3 drift. Let me catch back up with the chat. Fully agree. What do you agree with, Mike Morello? Yeah, I hear you, Dan. Welcome in, Dan. Yeah, I need to build something because when I transport the boat, I raise the motor up, and head right for them trees, and I don't want to do that. I gotta make it. Of a rod rack that would go right there, but yeah. But refresh me, Mike Murillo. What do you totally agree on? T-bar that's about a foot up from the corners. Yeah, I could probably do that. I got a guy that makes that stuff. The guy that actually I got my anchor from, he's on Facebook. It's going right back toward them trees again. Catfishing. He makes T-bars and 14-pound river anchors. Hold on, guys. I gotta get this turning, or I'm gonna be right in these cypress trees. Going directly back. Hopefully, I can get around them. From Catfishing Anchors. They're out of Ohio. Which, you know, I was looking around. I was going to buy an Everlost, but he was kind of behind. Get out of here, Wasp. He was kind of behind, and it was going to take a while for me to get one, and I needed one. And I found him, and hey, I couldn't be more happier with that anchor. I couldn't be more happier with that anchor. I think I'm gonna have to buzz it one more time, guys. Days and bigger water. From the state to cut them down. If it's so big, they won't let you cut it. Down here in South Carolina. Kind of bummed I ain't got a fish on yet, guys, but you know, day's still young. It's only 2:20 Eastern Standard Time. We'll keep continuing to drag. That guy in that pontoon right there, he must be crappie fishing. That's all he's been doing is moving from tree to tree over there. He might be a crappie guide. Let's chat a bit. I'm gonna get me a knee-high belt. I'm gonna rinse this cooler out with some freaking Clorox tonight. Smells like freaking roe shad. Actually, I gotta take a look. Oh, I'm gonna have to plug that in too. Hold on a second, guys. Agua. Agua. Where did I put it? There's the cord. If you ain't got one, get one. 20,000 mAh solar charger. Got off Amazon for like 10 bucks. So you can charge your stuff. So, how's everybody doing today? How's y'all's day going? I'm almost in this cypress. Hold on, dadgummit. Agua. Another ditch pickler flying. Jesus. And I got a little cypress right here in front. I've seen a bunch of birds go in over there. That's a good sign. Why does this thing keep doing that? No comment. I guess we're gonna have to No, Dan ain't. I had one bite on the video, on the live stream. I think we're gonna move again, guys. Because my wife just texted me and said I'm circling. So I gotta get back over that way so I get good signal. And cobwebs getting on my nerves. We're gonna make another move because I Alright, going for a ride, guys. Just gotta watch and see where the heck they're going. We did it the other day. I've done it several times. When birds come in, it's time to move on them. That's where we're going. Hang on. Moving on the birds, y'all. Ease in here on these birds. More of them coming in right there. You see? Yeah, I'm moving in. The birds moved in here. Anytime the birds move in, the bait moves in, the fish are there. So we're gonna drift right into these birds. Try to be quiet. There's several more coming in. Try to drift right into them. 6 foot of water, 72-degree water. So I'm being real quiet. I don't want to spook these birds and bust that bait up. When we get in where them birds are, we're gonna be in the fish. So I'm just kind of be quiet right now. into them right now. Show you the birds. No, not yet, polar bear. I mean, these birds moved off my wind just quit. I got a freaking ditch picker coming in here. My wind just died. The birds moved off to this side. Trying to be quiet because these birds, I don't want them to leave. One of my phone's out stupid now. One of my phone's not charging. This thing usually does the trick. I'm not understanding. This cord couldn't have went bad already. Yeah, hopefully we catch something today. Because my phone's gonna die. I don't know why it's not charging. So I'm gonna have to end this. I appreciate everybody that's stopped by, commented, liked, shared, all that good gooly moly. I appreciate every single individual one of you. But my phone's not charging. I don't know what's going on. It's always something. Always something. So I've got to end this, guys. I appreciate you. Sorry I didn't get a fish on, but I ain't done fishing, so hopefully I can get this phone to charge and I can upload a video with some fish on it. Alright guys, have a good one. Peace.